Hello, how are you? In this video, we are going to see how we can create a complete website thanks to artificial intelligence in WordPress. And I also throw a question at you right away. I want you to tell me after watching the video if you thought that a website could be made so quickly and easily, with content and everything. This is going to be absolute madness. To do this, we are going to use a plugin that will make it easier for us to work in an incredible way I'm not introducing you to. We have it everywhere, and how we don't have it also within WordPress. So let's imagine the madness that we are about to start facing. On one hand, we have WordPress, which creates a technically very easy, and also, if we amplify it thanks to artificial intelligence, we eliminate the biggest problem we have encountered since WordPress has existed, and it is to start a website from a blank canvas. That is to say, we have to think about the texts, we have to think the menus, add the images. Thanks to artificial intelligence, all that part that requires thinking, and requires a lot of work, and many times we don't start a project, precisely because it leads us to have a significant mental laziness. Well, we can remove all of that. We will be able to alleviate it thanks to artificial intelligence. We will be able to see with this plugin teaching you. And of course, editing and correcting is much easier than thinking from scratch a website. But without further ado, let's see how we can do this with this plugin, as I mentioned. And little by little, I am going to teach you different methods of using this plugin. To start, what I have done is have a website, as we can see, completely empty WordPress. I haven't done anything to it. I have a test page, as you can see. Everything is just fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is install a plugin, and in this case, the plugin that we are going to use, you will see that it is different from the name that I am going to write here. That is to say, if I write ZipWP here, you will see that it appears here. Another one that puts starter templates. Why? Because the plugin we are going to use is ZipWP, but it is from the same people. That ASTRA, the very famous template ASTRA, is from the same people as Spectra, which is a very, very famous plugin as well, and you will see how everything is unified. That's why I tell you stay until end, because we are going to use this plugin of different methods, and little by little I will be commenting on it. Well, the first thing it tells me is if I want to make the page with templates that come, or if I want to do it through artificial intelligence. So I tell you that I want to do it using artificial intelligence, and it tells me that it is completely free and that this plugin has a free version and paid version. So I click on this button. Now it tells me if I want to connect my website with them. In this case, I will tell him yes, he is going to detect. Here you see it tells me if I want. It has detected I already tried it in this. In this case, start from scratch so it doesn't begin where I left off. Here you can see that I have another test page made that I will show you later. And now it asks me how I want to name my website. For example, since it appears, I am going to put store about bicycles. But I could put any of the themes that I want, and in this case, it tells me what this website is going to be for. So, you realize that the menus are in English, but we can write, or it will also give us the texts in Spanish. Here I am going to write bikes. Let's see if it finds us. You will see here that indeed various different themes are coming. In this case, I want a bicycle store and I want to make it in Spanish. It comes in different Spanish variants. So, in this case, say Spanish from Spain. I click on Next and now it tells me to specify a little bit about what information I have. The richer we provide this information, the much better. It will create the website for us. But example, I will tell you store of stylish urban bicycles. That is, indeed, the physical store is actually located in Salamanca, for example. That is, bicycles. Electric, modern, and exceptionally functional. Well, of course, this would have to be here. I have mentioned to you that we are going to create a website with minimal thinking. But well, if we give it a little more than 2 lines, that's better. Here you have an interesting button that will improve it. this text thanks to artificial intelligence, so even though I am lazy, extremely lazy as I have been, let's see that we still have a solution, and in this case, it gives us a better text if I think about it. I read it and improve it as it is much better. But anyway, to not keep you waiting, let's move on to the next one. And here it asks me what my email is. I'm going to give them one of my emails. Give a test phone number. Here is the address. I'm going to put my street number 5. Here, if I have social media, I will give them to you. And with all this information, she is going to add it to the website. In this case, we are actually indeed going to tell you that. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I would have to give the real URL, but we are going the extra mile. And now he, just with the word bicycles, has searched images on the internet that if I type bikes, they will appear here. But to do it better, what I did before recording the video. What I have done is search for some images on the internet, which I would obviously include. The same ones, mine, but to make this example, I have taken 4 or 5 that I found on the internet and I am pasting them here, just so you can see how it works. We click on the next one, and at this moment comes one of those parts that unintentionally brings a little smile to your face. And here it starts to show you a bunch of templates. Look, not templates, but pages made instantly for us. And notice here an important thing, which is that I still haven't chosen any. If I click this little button, we can see the result on top of how it's going. To leave our store, our website. And it's one of the things that blows my mind, because as I was saying, creating a website has difficulty, technical, because WordPress gives us it makes things easier, but think and create menus is crazy. Here they provide us with different options for that we see the one we like the most. So here we can start looking. You can see even the phone I pretended to put here comes. Here come texts in English. We will see that there is also text in Spanish and everything. This comes, let's say, in 2 ways. So here we could scroll down to see which website we like the most. If I keep scrolling down, the good thing about this is not only it gives me some templates. If I keep scrolling down, I can tell him to keep giving me more. So, as I tell you, this is truly crazy. If I keep going, you will see that it keeps giving me more in succession. In this case, I'm going to choose this one. I liked it, so I click in it, and I can place my logo directly here, the different colors, and see how it looks here. And once I like it, I tell it to continue and she asks me what features or functionalities it will have. Well, blog, builder, form, if I wanted to have a store. Well, I'm choosing the things I want. So, I click on Start Building. And now she is going to start building. While it does that, which will take a little while, I'm going to use the time and look at this. I'm going to show you that a little while ago I did the same exercise. Well, it's going very fast, but I did it. Exercise, and you can see here I have created this other store, and it is a real one. It's crazy because it not only creates the main page for me, as you can see here, and of course, fully editable. I started editing the page, and of course, here I go. Be able to modify my liking. Also, I haven't told you it has templates for Gutenberg. And now I am an absolute fan of Gutenberg because it seems to me that the maintenance of the website becomes very easy. But notice that here I can modify everything to my liking. And here it not only creates the main page for me, but I also keep clicking. And you can see that it has created all the pages for me. So it really is a true madness with the text and everything, which is obviously a text that I have to change. But as I was saying, changing and modifying is much better than starting from scratch. That makes me feel really lazy. You can see that here it has created the contact page for me. It even invents testimonials for you to later modify with your real information. This is one I made before recording the video. Here we are going to see that we finished the one we are doing. We already had it, look, and this way we've seen 2 pages for the price of 1. Look, if I click here, I have the new page that has been created for me. In fact, you can see it here with the information, with a demo, of course. If I click on any of them, that information, even if it is just a test, it has created the posts, it has created the pages, it has done everything for me. So, as I was saying, modifying is truly an authentic wonder because modifying, in my opinion, is much better or easier than starting from scratch. You can see I can touch everything, modify it, etc. And as I was saying, it is a template, a plugin that is completely free, although it has a paid version, as I will show you next. So, this is one of the ways we have to use it. Look, if I go to the plugin, we can see that from the free version. It allows us to create 2 pages with artificial intelligence free of charge. Give 1,000 credits. And depending, for example, I have the Pro version and the Pro version. It allows me to create 5 websites a day. And of course, imagine that you are an agency and you are doing, just to give an example, pages from the digital kit and you have to create a bunch of pages. So what I was saying, starting from scratch, is really great. But if you can save yourself all that work, then this plugin, it will make your work a lot easier. Look, when you are inside, you have seen that I have created the page from within WordPress itself thanks to the associated plugin. But it also has another functionality in the version of this is in the paid version, and instead of starting there, you can start directly from your user area easily and quickly. And the good thing is that it generates the website on this server, which is just a test server. But when you are working beforehand, doing it on your hosting, it can really be interesting. If you already know the domain and the hosting, I would recommend you do it as I have done before. But if you want to test things out without having to think about the domain, this is very good. If I put, for example, here, digital marketing website, and I'm going to make the same, but in this case I do it from here, from its own server. So here in this case, I am going to tell you about the Specialized Agency, which is an important organization that plays a crucial role in various sectors. In marketing, advertising, and communications on YouTube. I give it here, I would have to think about it more. But since we are repeating what we I've done it, I'm going to go faster, because I want you to see that from here it's the same. Let's give him an email of mine, a phone number, and we'll go the distance. Here I was saying that these work for me so I don't have to take photos myself. And what I'm telling you is, I want to go faster and you're going to see what I was saying, that already. We are here creating the previews, and in this case, we are going to see which one we like. For example, I like this one. The truth is that it is incredible. I find it absolutely incredible what we can do in one go. We give you here, continue. And as I was saying, the result of artificial intelligence is going to vary. A lot depends on what you work on, the few texts you need to provide. And as I was saying, this is the beginning of the editing that you can do later. With the page, which goes far beyond what we are seeing in this video. It's almost done, and here we have it, the page. Notice that in this case, as I was saying, it has given me the credentials because it has generated a complete WordPress for me on their test servers. So, in this case, I don't even need to have hosting. If I am working on a demo for a client, look, it seems magical to me. The page is really good. Of course, if you dedicate more time, more care, or do it by hand, the result may be better, but in many cases we don't have that time or we do not have those design skills. Look at the page, how it can be modified and I can do it to my liking. 2 very interesting things. Of course, even if you create the page on their servers, let's go back. Even if you do it on their servers, they allow you to export it to take it elsewhere, to your server without any problem. And another interesting thing is even if you have the paid version, you pay for the chance to have a website made with artificial intelligence, but then you don't have to pay for the website to keep functioning. Once you have it, you can stop using the paid version or the version. Paid option health, as I was saying, it's very good. For example, today I created 3 sites with artificial intelligence and I could make 2 more today, but tomorrow it would restart for me and I could keep doing it. So, as I was saying, depending on whether you are a creator just for yourself, or if you are an agency, you can use the free version or upgrade to a paid one. But the time you are going to save seems very interesting to me. It seems to me that artificial intelligence, as we know, has come to stay, and we can do very interesting things, like removing work. When creating these web pages, as we were mentioning, without further ado, I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye.